friends, my name is Narsimha and I am studying BTech second year in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College. Today, as a part of my AIT Tech Talk videos, in the subject of principles of data science, I want to explain a new topic and a familiar topic to you all. And the topic name is a survey of data partitioning and sampling methods to support big data analysis. While coming to the word partitioning refers to the splitting of the dataset along meaningful dimensions. While coming to data partitioning is a technique of distributing data across multiple tables, disks, or sites in order to improve query processing performance or increase database manageability. Data partitioning is used to reduce our work time and to increase our production. While coming to the big data, we all are familiar with this word nowadays. Big data is a running software in our technology world. Well, going to the matter. First of all, abstract. This topic is about a survey which is done by some of the students about data partitioning and sampling methods to support big data analysis. Well, coming to the abstract, computer clusters with the shared nothing architecture are the major computer platforms for big data processing and analysis. In cluster computing, data partitioning and sampling are two fundamental strategies to speed up the computation of big data and increase scalability. In this paper, we present a comprehensive survey of the methods and techniques of data partitioning and sampling with respect to big data processing and analysis. This is a research paper. So here we can observe that we are getting a matter about the computer clusters, the shared nothing architecture, and about the big data processing and analysis. And we can also know here in cluster computing, data partitioning and sampling are the two fundamental strategies to speed up the computation of big data and increase scalability. While coming to the word clusters, a group of similar things or people positioned or occurring closely together is known as clusters. And we start with an overview of the mainstream big data frameworks on Hadoop clusters. And while coming to the Hadoop clusters, we all are familiar with this word nowadays. Hadoop cluster is a collection of computers known as nodes that are networked together to perform these kinds of parallel computations on big data sets. The basic methods of data partitioning are then discussed, including three classical horizontal partitioning schemes that are range, hash, and random partitioning. Data partitioning on Hadoop clusters is also discussed with a summary of new strategies for big data partitioning, including the new random sample partitioning, which is shortly abbreviated as RSP distributed model. Welcome to the introduction of my topic. An overwhelming volume of data is now being generated from business transactions, computer simulations, mobile devices, sensors, satellites, social media, and so on. This massive quantity of data can be used to produce high value information for discussion support, forecasting, business intelligence, research on data intensive science, and other fields of application. In the first para, we can know that in our day-to-day life, in the growth of technology, in the business transaction or computer simulations or mobile devices or sensors or satellites or social media and so on, we are seeing a growth of a data generator. And traditional technologies such as data warehousing and structured query language, which is shortly abbreviated as SQL, based relation database management systems, RDBMS, have become impractical for handling such a tremendous volume and complexity of big data. While coming to the big data, is actually what is big data refer for, or why we refer big data? Big data is a label used when the size of the data itself becomes part of a problem. A common strategy of big data analysis on computing clusters is divide and conquer. And we all have a doubt that how we have to declare, how we have to confirm a data as a big data. And there are three strategies to declare a data as a big data. And the three are just shown below: volume, velocity, and variety. We all think commonly that the data which is big in size is a big data, which is commonly thought by us. It was somewhat correct, but not fully. Coming to the first point, volume. The volume of the big data in data, you actually have the storage volume of a phone in the of a memory card, but while coming to the volume of big data, it is vast than the storage memory, and it is in petabytes or gigabytes, etc. And second point is velocity, which means the speed, means with how much speed we can get to the towards the consumers, or with how much speed we can attract the users. And the third one is variety. The algorithm of any strategy should not be same for this big data. For example, we can use a Twitter account or WhatsApp, which is large in data size, means which will support the volume, and the speed of the app is very fast, which supports the velocity, and the variety. It's a different algorithm from apart from all of the apps. Above three properties are required to declare as big data. Coming to the big data analysis frameworks. In this section, we start with an overview of cluster computing for big data analysis. Overview of cluster computing for big data analysis. To cope with the ever-increasing data volume in a range of different application areas, cluster computing with a shared nothing architecture has become a common paradigm for building big data analysis frameworks. Hadoop-based computing clusters have become the norm for big data management and analysis in a range of different application areas. Apache Hadoop and Apache Spark are two most widely used big data analysis frameworks in both academia and industry. Next, we provide a brief description of these two frameworks before discussing big data partition and sampling. While seeing this diagram, how MapReduce works. Nowadays, we use laptop or computer or mobile phone for anything. The internal work of the device is to reduce our work and give the production as fast as possible. You can see here mapper, combiner, shuffle and sort, and reducer. While see in the first page, we have the 4 columns, 4 rows, which are block 1, block 2, block 3, and block 4, which are linked to the maps. This is a mapper diagram. While coming to the combiner, all 4 rows are combined in a single part. And next process, shuffle and sort. Means shuffling the whole information and sorting in a reduced manner or alphabetical manner or the manner which we want. And third one is a reducer, means which will reduce the data and removes the unwanted data which is not used by us and gives unlimited data. And the last one is output, which you obviously want. Right? Next, Apache Spark. Apache Spark is another open source and large-scale data processing framework. Spark introduced the core abstraction resilient distribution dataset (RDD) for distributed in-memory data parallel computing. RDDs are read-only, immutable, and fault-tolerant collections of elements or objects distributed or partitioned across a set of nodes in a cluster. RDD supports 2 types of operations, that are transformations and actions. And this is a diagram. Here we can see input from stable storage and HDFS read, iteration 1, iteration 2, and iteration 3. Here we can see how the data is getting modified between the iterations and how the data getting distributed and the write and read memories. Have a look about this diagram, friends. Next, coming to actually data partitioning. Data partitioning is a fundamental operation in distributed systems to manage and process big data on computing clusters. The purpose of data partitioning is either query processing in basis systems or data intensive computing in big data analysis frameworks. It was first used in centralized databases. Next, coming to horizontal data partitioning is a type of data partitioning. There are three main horizontal partitioning schemes that are commonly used for big data on computing clusters for hash, range, and random, which I explained before. In addition, there is a special kind of hash partitioning called as round robin partitioning. And this is what the horizontal data partitioning is divided into 4 types. That is round robin partitioning, range partitioning, hash based partitioning, and random partitioning. Next, coming to data sampling. Sampling is an essential strategy to reduce the burden of big data volume. The goal of random sampling is to obtain representative small subsets that can be processed effectively to explore and analyze the data. Data scientists often use small random samples to obtain sample statistics, access the quality of estimators, and test statistical models with different algorithms. Coming to data sampling methods, there are different types of methods of data sampling for reducing big data analysis that are Bernoulli sampling. In this scheme, each item in the data set has an equal probability to be included in the sample. The sampling scheme operates without replacement, where each data item is selected independently for the sample. Coming to second one, simple random sampling. This is flexible and general method for constructing a synopsis of data items and is one of the most common sampling techniques which are used by us. Third one is stratified sampling. This is the sampling scheme in which the original data is divided into the homogeneous disjoint set of groups, which is known as strata. From each group, which is known as stratum, a random sample is drawn, and these are combined to build the sample of the original data. Coming to the fourth one, reservoir sampling. This is done without displacement from a big array, which is also known as the list, in a single pass, where the length of the array is intermediate or unbounded. And thank you, friends. I hope my lecture is useful for you and it was understanding. Thank you for watching.